Good morning, guys. I played a really tough game this morning. It's an 18-30 from Nicaragua. Pretty even game. Got up on him a pawn early in the opening, but he clawed his way back into the game. Played really, really tight, and it was a pretty tactical game both ways. So we had to be very careful with just the threats that were being made and all the mating nets and stuff that would ensue. But here's the move my opponent made. He's playing white. I'm playing black. He goes bishop takes e5. Attacking my knight. So my knight's got to move. I mean, it's being attacked by the queen, by the bishop, and there's no real good looking in between moves right now. So those are the things I'm looking for. But I go knight to f5, attacking his rook and also adding more pieces to this king side and this vulnerable looking king. His rook could go to d3, but do you see why it wouldn't want to? Queen to e2, queen fork, and then he loses his rook. So that's one reason he doesn't take the open d file. But he goes rook to b3 here. Now his king's pretty vulnerable, and when you see that type of pattern, it's good to attack the king. So I go queen to e2, and I calculate a little bit of a sequence here, and hoping that his king falls back to g1 or h1 with some good attack follow-ups with the knight and rook to follow up after. So I go queen e2 check, he falls back to h1, and rook to h6, attacking and threatening checkmate on h2. He goes h4. And here's a subtle move in the attack. So this is an interesting point to point out here, but what would you play? We got his king in the corner. So I played queen to f2 with the idea that his king can't escape out if I get that knight check on g3. However, that pawn on g3 is defended by the rook, so it just adds more pressure. And then I'm looking at potentially sacking my knight or my rook on h4. So he adds a defender to g3 with this rook. And this was the game-ending move. And chess.com rated it as brilliant, but see if you can spot it. The move is knight takes h4, clearing out this pawn with the threat of a discovered check down the h file and checkmate. So white thinks about it. My opponent thought about it for a couple of minutes. There's really nothing he can do. The best reply he had, which was the best move, is bishop takes g7, because I'm threatening the discovered checkmate with this rook. Well, if I move my knight, he could take my rook, right? Well, it's true, but there's another threat that I can make to mate him, even in this sequence. So if I go knight to f3 and he takes on h6, then I would mate him with queen h2 or queen takes g1 checkmate. So it looks like this. Boom. Takes. And then your choice of either takes the rook or here. Checkmate. But really cool sequence. I thought that knight takes h4 was pretty creative and wanted to share with you guys. Have a great day.